Good morning, Rio Rancho. Hey, Tony Legendry here with Legendry Properties, here with uh, November's Rio Rancho market update. Just want to keep you abreast of what's going on. So we'll go over this real quickly, and then if you'd like to download the report, I'll show you how the information can get so much more specific with maybe your particular home or the price range that you're shopping in based off of how much your home is worth. And we can help you out with that too. If you don't know how much your house is worth, I'll direct you to a link here at the end. But November, we continue in a great market for sellers and kind of a hot market. One of the first ratios that we look at is the pen to sale ratio, which really measures the demand for homes or the product being homes, single family homes. How much demand is there? And this pen to sales ratio really takes the whole chunk of everything that's on the market, including the pendings, and then it uses that as the denominator or divides how many of those homes are actively have an offer on them and will close if inspections and the buyer's financing and everything works out. 35.3% of all homes on the market right now have a contract on them, so over a third. Generally, the higher the pen to sales ratio, the higher the demand that points to for the product. And this is a fairly high pen to sales ratio, being very consistent over the last couple months, showing that there is a lot of demand for those homes that are currently for sale and those that will come on for sale in the next couple months here. Median sales price in Rio Rancho is $198,450. What we're finding in Rio Rancho in particular, the hottest price range, our number one spot is between 150 and 200,000, with the most sales in that spot. So that median sales price range kind of shows you why. 198,450, it's between that 150 to 200. The other hottest range is 200 to 250,000 in Rio Rancho. And I'll show you here in a moment about how many properties are selling in those areas, and then show you how you can use this report to find out how much demand there is for your price range in particular. So although it's a hot seller's market, in the last 6 months, still 405 properties in Rio Rancho failed to sell. So they went expired, or they canceled, or they withdrew, and it just didn't work out for them. So why? If the market is so hot with average days on market, between the time they first put it on the market to the time they sold it, it's only taken 18 days on average, with list price to sales price ratios of 99.2%. What that says is that sellers, when they finally get to the list price that gets the offer, they're only negotiating by 0.8%. So on a $200,000 home, they're negotiating off about $1,600, which really points to a hot market. So why would 405 properties fail to sell in the last 6 months? Well, we see this in any market. And generally here at Legendry Properties, we follow 7 strategic steps that show us how to set up a property appropriately to sell. So if you can remember back to kindergarten and you had 1 plus 2 equals 3, there wasn't too many variables there, and then you got into algebra, and then they threw x plus y times z equals something else, and there was a variable that you had to go for. Well, the real strategic steps to get your home sell, there's 7 variables, from pricing it correctly to conditioning the home to where you're not setting yourself up for a second negotiation, to staging it correctly to really call out those main features in a home to the buyer and hit their emotional triggers to get them to write an offer, to marketing it in this online world and then offline world as well, to negotiating out terms when you do get an offer, and then communicating to everybody that needs to be communicated within the process, and then finally bringing it through those closing details. And we find that all of the time, one of those 7 steps or multiple of those 7 steps didn't happen correctly if you failed to sell. So for those 405 properties, one of those variables from pricing, condition, staging, marketing, negotiation, communication, or closing details just didn't work out. It doesn't mean that they can't sell. They just need somebody to come in with a professional eye to dissect the situation and figure out what happened wrong. Absorption rate is another big thing that we look at, and an absorption rate just shows if no more properties came on the market today, how long would it take for all of the properties in Rio Rancho to be sold to where there's no more inventory? 2 months. 2 months of inventories on the market. We measure a market. We label a market in 3 ways. It's either a balanced market, a seller's market, or a buyer's market. A balanced market is somewhere between 5 to 7 months of inventory. A seller's market is anything below 5 months of inventory, and a buyer's market is anything above 7 months of inventory. And right now in Rio Rancho, we're at 2 months of inventory, pointing to a strong seller's market. So what I want to show you real quick, and you can download this report by just following the link, and I'll have a little place where you can download it, or if you're receiving this in an email, I will attach the market report or the link to where you can get the market report to where you can download it. This page number 4, I love it because what you'll find in different price ranges within Rio Rancho is a different market. You can see right now below $100,000 there's really no inventory, so it's going to be a strong seller's market. As you get to 100 to 150, you can see things like how many are currently for sale. There's 35. What is the average days on market? About 23. How much are sellers getting compared to what they're asking? About 99%. How much inventory is on the market? 1.1 months. And you can go to the, let's just look at the hottest price range, 150 to 200,000. 81 properties currently for sale on the market. 77 currently have contracts, and you can see the average days on market's 23. The median sales price in this range is about 176, and sellers are making between 99% and 100% of what they're asking, and there's only 1.3 months of inventory on the market. Really can point you to a lot of and answer a lot of your questions if you're thinking about selling or thinking about purchasing, of what you should expect in the market for your price range. So go ahead and download the report. If you don't know where your home should be in price range, and you want more of a detailed analysis of should I be in the 150 to 200 range, the 2 to 250, and more exact, probably down to sometimes we can do it online to even a $10,000 range, so you can see and use this report to really evaluate your situation. Go to RR, as in Rio Rancho, rrhomevalues.com, or shoot me an email. You've seen this on Facebook, message me, or give me a call, 850-8130. We'll send you out an online home evaluation. We like to keep our clients and past clients up to date on their home value, in particular on a quarterly basis. So if you're interested in that too, it's completely free. We're not going to try to sell you anything or anything like that. In fact, I sign myself up for the homes that we own for the same information, because it's perhaps the largest asset that you own. So keeping track of where you're at on your financial basis really is tied to how much your home is worth. But Tony Legendry with Legendry Properties, hope this is helpful. go ahead and click the link below to download your report. Give me a shout if you have any questions, 850-8130. Talk to you soon.